What is going on, my fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we're talking about don't do it with hate. Now, hate is a very strong word. So let me explain what I mean by this concept, because I feel like this needs to be said for the entrepreneurs that are putting in the work, that are trying to grow their business. And I just want to start this podcast by letting you guys know that I see you, right? I see you. If you're working at building your own successful business, you're working at content creation, you're working at, being able to create financial freedom for yourself and your family, I want you to know that I see you. All right. I know what it's like to run an online business, and I know how hard it is to get it off the ground. And I also know that as you're working on your online business, the biggest thing that will happen is your mind will start to play tricks on you. The biggest thing that will happen is you will start to doubt yourself. The biggest thing that will happen is as you start putting in the work and you're not getting the return that you think that you deserve, you are going to get into this place where working on your business is a challenge because you feel like you should be farther along than you are, right? And when we start to feel like we should be farther along than we are, then that feeling can cause us to be impatient. And when we get impatient, like, dude, we do not love doing the work. And so this podcast, the reason I called it Don't Do It With Hate, is because I want to relate with you and let you know that, like, if you go into your day on a regular basis feeling anxious and then working on your business, if you go into your day on a regular basis and you feel frustrated working on your business, you go into your, content creation and you're like flustered and you're saying you're not good enough and you're getting like overwhelmed at the process, whether that be filming or scripting or researching or whatever, like, you are not going to create the results that you want. And I think that this is a big missing piece with a lot of people's journey into success is most people think that they can just act themselves into success. Like, if I just take the actions every day and I just do the stuff every day, that I will be successful. And honestly, I feel like this mindset is preached across the success community. And I know I myself have also been a part of that. Like, I used to operate under this pretense that all that mattered was doing the work. And so if I just showed up every single day and I did the work, regardless of how I felt, that, I would eventually one day be successful. And I can tell you from personal experience, hitting $1 million months, I've hit over $5 million months at this point. Money is no longer a concern. Like, I can tell you from personal experience that if you get success without changing the emotional state behind the success, like, it doesn't change a fucking thing. It doesn't change a thing. And you think it will, right? When you don't have the money that you want, you don't have the car you want, the house you want, you think it will change the thing, but it doesn't change the thing. At the end of the day, right? It's you and your emotions and your thoughts. And I don't talk about this often because I don't like to be the guy that talks and reminds you of this, but people die every day. And, like, I don't want to know that one day it's just going to be over and that I spent my entire day worrying about something or anxious about something or upset about something or overwhelmed about something. Like, that's just not how I want to live, you know? And knowing that life is so precious and that there is only one and then it's done. Like, I want to make sure that the work that I do on this planet not only, gets me the results that I want, but I also feel fulfilled in the process. Like, I want to feel good about myself. And, like, that's a decision that all of us can make. And you don't have to wait until you get the house to feel good about yourself or the car to feel good about yourself or the business to feel good about yourself. Like, you can do it. Like, you can start to love yourself on the way. And, like, this is coming from a dude that, I'm telling you guys, like, I hated myself. Like, I did. Like, when I was overcoming my addiction, like, I hated myself. HATE. And this hat that I'm wearing right now, this is Aesthetic Nation hat. This was the logo that got me basically sober, in the sense that, like, when I started working on my business, it gave me a sense of purpose. Like, it gave me like something to work towards. That's why this logo means so much to me. That's why I wear it all the time, because, like, this logo helped me crawl out of a dark place. But, like, when I was crawling out of that dark place, like, I wasn't doing it out of love for a long time. Like, I was doing it because I hated myself. And I was doing it because I couldn't stand the man looking back at me in the mirror. And after running with that energy for like 5+ years, I realized that, like, that energy is just not where I want to live. Like, I want to live in love. I want to, like, love my life. I want to love what I do. I want to love showing up. I want to love doing the podcast. I want to love doing the coaching call. I want to love doing it all. And this isn't to say that there isn't going to be days where the anxiety is overwhelming or the frustration gets to you or you don't get upset about something. But at the end of the day, like we get to control the percentage of that versus living in anxiety every day. And like, this is why, like, if you're my client, like, you know, this, like, this is why I tell you guys to do the mindset work every day, because like I fortify my own mind on a daily basis. Like I do 30-minute morning ritual every day to get myself in a good place. I listen to success motivation throughout the day. I do hypnosis throughout the week. Like I fortify my mind so that when I catch myself in a state where I'm not in love, I'm in frustration, I'm in anger, I'm in overwhelm, I'm in fear, I get myself back to the place, because like I don't want to live my life in a state of anxiety. I don't want to be nervous or anxious about working on my business. I don't want to feel overwhelmed when I'm working on my shit. Like I want to do it from a productive, powerful, positive, loving place. And like my goal is that whenever God decides it's my time, my goal is that on that day, like I am truly like happy with how I lived. Not just the results that I got in my business or the accomplishments that I achieved, but like how I showed up as a person. That to me is everything. So hopefully this podcast was helpful. I want you guys to understand that like you can build a life that you love and still be really successful. And some of you guys listening to this podcast right now already have that. Like, especially for my client, like you're in the CLA or the 10K or the MDM, you're making 5K plus per month. Like you already did it, you know, like you already did it. And is there another level that you can climb to? 100%. There's always going to be another level, right? Because human beings are phenomenal. We're unlimited. We can do anything. Like look at Donald Trump. Okay. That's crazy. Businessman becomes the president of America twice. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with Donald Trump, by the way, but I'm just saying like Arnold Schwarzenegger, guy comes from Austria and becomes governor of California. What are we doing? Like you can do anything. So like, yes, there's always going to be another level that you can climb to, but like, why not love it along the way? Why not be grateful along the way? Why not be happy along the way? That's how I'm choosing to live, and I hope you do too. I hope you have the best day of your entire life. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at @TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.